Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video has been the most highly requested video since I basically started my channel. Everyone literally asks me every single day what is in my kit. So I have packed this all up for you guys and I'm going to show you absolutely everything that I would take with me to, for example, a wedding or a group booking. I'm also going to give you guys a little bit of a review on my makeup travel cases because a couple of you guys have requested that as well, for those that are wanting to buy a kit for your freelancing. So before I get started and let you guys know what is in this bag, for those that are wondering, this is a bag by the brand Étoile Collective. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I used to have a Zucca before and it was okay. It was just really heavy and pretty small. Not like I usually take a lot of makeup with me, like to jobs, but I just find that this one is just way lighter when there's nothing in it. There's heaps more like small compartments in it, and it also comes with all of the clear cases that I'm about to show you. So I'll zoom you guys up completely later when I show you what's in each separate bag. So basically it comes with 4 see-through containers to store your makeup, and it's got Velcro on the back, and then there's Velcro here at the back of the case, so it just easily kind of like sticks on. So there's the second one, third, and 4th. Then the flappy bit at the front has 3 little zips. So here I keep my paper towels. I just like to bring paper towels with me for when I'm cleaning my brushes. So I like to just bring a couple of paper towels with me. You know when you get your nails done and they have like this sort of paper down? I just get this from Profile, which is just a nail and beauty supply place here on the Gold Coast, and it just like makes sure nothing kind of goes through for when I'm like spot cleaning my brushes on there. On the side there's 2 other compartments. So up here, this is where I keep all my sprays. So I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, the MAC Fix Plus Spray, the Smashbox Primer Water, some Garnier Micellar Water, and then this is my makeup brush cleaner. So I use the Scottys makeup brush cleaner. I buy them in litre bottles and then I just deposit it in a little spray bottle. So I just spray a few sprays on each brush and clean the brushes in between clients. So that is what that compartment up there is for. And then there is another little pocket compartment as well, which you can like put palettes or whatever in, but for now I don't really have anything to put in there. So also on the front of the makeup case there is another compartment here, and that is just where I keep my disposable mascara wands, my cotton pads, and my cotton earbuds. So I just keep them in a case like this. To be honest, I got these little square cases ages ago. I can't remember where I got them from. I'm gonna try and hunt for them, but I'm pretty sure I got them all off eBay ages ago. I just haven't really used them until I found them in my storage. But yeah, I keep all of them in there and I just put them in here. And that's pretty much the case. This is the back of it. It's on wheels and it has this little handle, but I'm so obsessed with this case. So much better than my Zucca and literally like 1/10 of the price. Like Zuccas are so overpriced. So yeah, I love this makeup case, and for those that are needing a new one, I will have a discount code that I'll leave listed down below for you guys. So now I'm going to show you guys what's in my kit. I hope you guys can see that clearly. So in my first container, I've got all of my compact powders, my pigments, eyeliners, and yeah, so that's all that's in this one. So I'm just going to go through pretty much one by one. So I've actually really been loving these Bare Minerals powder foundation. So I use this to set the foundation. You guys know how much I love the Australis ones, but as of recently, I've really been loving the coverage and the colors of these Bare Minerals ones. So I have the colors Light, Neutral, Sandstone, and Natural in the Bare Minerals pressed powders. And then I have my Australis Fresh and Flawless. This one's in the shade Medium Tan and this one's in the shade Natural. Still love these. They're the OG. But just wanted to share that I recently really like the Bare Minerals one. And I also bring along some MAC compact powders as well. This one is for more of a deeper skin tone. So this one's an NC 42. And then I have C4. I have this one as well. I don't really use it as often as my Australis, but I just still have it in my kit anyways. Then for blushes, I actually recently just received this Charlotte Tilbury one and I really like it. It's in the shade Cheek to Chic. And it's just a really pretty glowy pink color. And I've got my Hot Mama blush. I've got NARS Orgasm. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that one. I've really been loving the Hourglass products recently. So this one's in the shade Dim Fusion. I've been using this a lot on my clients. And for bronzers, I love the MAC Give Me Sun. And I've also been loving the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light bronzer as well. So that's what it looks like. It just looks super glowy on the skin. Then can't forget my Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder. This is what I use to set the eyelids after I conceal them. Also got this blush. It's from MAC. It's called Warm Soul. Again, another favorite of mine. Just looks so good on everyone's skin tone. I usually use them on people that don't really like to wear pinky blushes. It's kind of like in between a bronzer and a blush. So yeah, it's really pretty. Now for highlighters, I take a few because why not? One of my favorites is MAC Soft and Gentle. It is literally the prettiest highlighter ever. Love Ofra highlighters. They're super pigmented and really affordable. So this one's in the shade Rodeo Drive and I tend to use this for highlighting people's collarbones because yeah, as I said, it's very, very pigmented and I just think this color looks really pretty on the collarbone area. So love that one. I don't know what's gotten into me, but I'm loving Hourglass at the moment. So this is the ambient lighting powder. So I use these two for bronzing and highlighting, and then this one sometimes to set the face. I think it's called Dim Light. Yeah, it's called Dim Light. So if my clients sort of have more drier skin and they want a more dewy finish, instead of setting with the Australis powder or the Bare Minerals one, I'll set with Dim Light just to give the face a little bit more luminosity. So yeah, love that palette. And I just got a mini one of Dim Light that I carry with me as well. Then I carry around this highlighter as well. It's just the Jennifer Lopez Live in the Highlight by Inglot. It's a loose one and I really, really like it. I've also got my mascara in here that I use. Don't mind my finger. I love the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. The felt tip liners I like to use are the Stilla and the Maybelline Master Precise. Another mascara I keep in my kit is just from MAC. It is the Bold and Bad Lash Mascara by MAC. So now onto all of my pigments and single eyeshadows. So these are the Stilla Magnificent Metal eyeshadows. I've got them in Gold Goddess, Smoldering Satin, and Beauty Junkie. So I use this as a base usually, and then I'll pat a glitter or a pigment over the top of these. Then I've got these ones from BH Cosmetics that I recently got sent. They're sort of like the same concept as the Stilla one. So I have them in the shades Fresh, Gal Pal, and BFF. So it's just basically a gold, a more coppery color, and a silver. Then the Australis Metalix eyeshadows. I use these as a base as well, and then on top of them I put either a pigment or a glitter. These ones are my favorite shades in the shade Gold Gaga and Amy Whitehouse. So these are literally like my go-to. I also use them in my inner corners as well. So for those of you that are asking what I'm using in my inner corners, it's probably one of these. And then the pressed eyeshadows that I like to press over the top of those cream shadows. This one's one of my favorites. It's the NARS Rigel eyeshadow. It's just a really pretty rose gold color. I love the Urban Decay Polyester Bride single eyeshadow. I usually put that into the inner corner as well. Love Half Baked by Urban Decay. It's like one of my favorite golds. So yeah, this is like what I usually would put over the top of my Australis cream shadows. The MAC Loose Glitter. This one is in the shade Yellow Gold. So popular with all my formal girls, but you just never know what like your wedding clients want. Sometimes they want like a little bit of loose glitter patted on the lid, so always come prepared. And then I have my MAC Vanilla Pigment as well, and sometimes I put this in the inner corners. This I've only just discovered. It's the Australis Shimmer Pigment Pot, and oh my god, I've been using this like heaps on my clients recently. It's in the shade Glistening Gold. I'm gonna have to go and get like other shades because this is so gorgeous on the lid. So this is basically what the color looks like, but like once it's pressed onto the eyelid, like that's what it looks like. It's so pretty and it's so affordable as well. It's like $10 for this. So I'm gonna go back to Priceline and get some more colors because it's seriously such a pretty gold on the lid. And then I just have some eyebrow gels in here as well. This one's the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and this one is the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. And finally, I don't know why this is in here, but this is an Hourglass highlighting stick. I just like to dab this on the high points of the face if someone wants a more dewier sort of finish, but it's so nice. So that is what is in this first section. So I'm gonna put all that back now. Next container is all of my foundations and primers. First of all, moisturizer. I use the Dermalogica Calm Water Gel. I just love the smell of this, and it just makes the face just look really, I don't know, like glowy and prepped for foundation. It's very moisturizing, so I love this stuff. Primers I like are the Benefit Professional. I pretty much use this on everyone, especially down the center of their face because that's where you typically get oily. I love the Benefit Professional Matte Rescue Primer for people with more oilier skin. Also have recently been loving the Napoleon Purtis Autopilot Foundation Primer as well. Then some highlighters that I like to mix in with my foundations. So I love the MAC Strobe Cream, and this one's got the pinkier tinge to it. I like to either put that on by itself on the face for a more radiant, glowy base, or I like to mix it in with foundations. Also really love the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This one's in the shade Moonstone, so I pretty much do the exact same thing with this as well. I also have this Josie Maran. It's like a little sample, and I like to mix this in with my foundations as well sometimes. That one's got more of a goldy sort of undertone. And I also like the iconic London Illuminator drops too. So I usually put one of those in with the foundation if I want a dewy base. As for foundations that I carry in my kit, so I love the MAC Studio Fix, NARS Sheer Glow. I've recently been really liking the Mecca Max Life Proof foundation as well. And I love the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Foundation. So the shades in the Urban Decay, I've got 5 and 3. So 5 is more suited for tan, and then 3 is kind of just like neutral. Then in the Mecca Max, I have the shade Porcelain, which is the lightest color. And then I also have the lighter shade in the MAC Studio Fix, which is NC10. Then I've got NC20, NC37, which is really popular with tanner skin, as well as NC35. So they're probably my most popular shades. Then I've got NC37 again, because that one's running low. Punjab, which is the NARS Sheer Glow. I find that this works really well with Asian skin. So skin with yellowy undertones. I find that that works really well. And it's not too dark. It's like just the right color. And then for the deeper skin tones, I have NC42. Sometimes I do use this with people with more of an orangey base tan. So that one matches really well. And then I've got NC45, NW45, and NW55 for my darker skinned clients. Then I have the Too Faced Born This Way. And I feel like this foundation matches people with more of an olivey, sort of greeny base tan rather than orange undertone. So that's why I carry this one along. But yeah, they're all the foundations that I pretty much carry with me. I definitely do have more colors in the salon, but these are just what I would take with me to weddings. So I'm sure most of them are really unnecessary. I'd rather overpack than underpack, if you know what I mean. So that is my foundation, primer, and liquid highlighter container. Then for, I think this is lipsticks, yeah. So as I said before, I seriously cannot remember where I got these little ones from, but I'm sure if you had a look online or even eBay, you'd be able to find them, but I've just put them on top of this for now. So yeah, this is just my cotton pads, my disposable mascara wands, which I got from eBay, and some cotton tips. So I just keep that all in there. And then I've got another one for all of my lash stuff. I've got all of my lashes in here, some scissors, lash glue, this is the duo one. I've got some tape if I wanted to use it for like a sharp winged eyeliner. A sharpener, this one's just from Mecca Max. Some allll brush on lash glue. And I've also got the duo brush on lash glue as well. I like to use these for when, after I've applied the lashes, if I feel like there's a little bit of lifting, I then go in with these because it's so much easier to apply. And then some lash tweezers. I find that these are really, really easy to apply the lashes with because you can kind of use that like long end to mesh both the lashes together, as in like the real lashes with the false ones. I've got this handy dandy eyelash curler just to curl the ends of the lashes if I feel like they need it. These are just some disposable mascara ones. I sometimes use these for the lower lash line, but I'm sure you can get these ones from eBay, but these ones are from Lashed & Co. So the lashes that I typically take with me on jobs are the Model Rock. Really love these three styles, and obviously depending on how many people I do is the amount of lashes I take. So these are my favorite styles from Model Rock: 249, 212 and 219 for a more subtle natural vibe. I also have some individual lashes and some mink faux lashes that I'll show you guys after this, but those are the three designs that I typically like to use on my clients. So depending on how many people I have that wedding, I'll just take a bunch, and obviously while I'm there I suss out what sort of styles would suit their eye shape. May as well show you this as well. So these are just all my beauty blenders I keep in here. So depending on how many people I have on that day is the amount of beauty blenders I take. So these are all the brand Beauty Blender, and then these ones are Real Techniques. I'm not sure how well you can see the inside, but this is on the other side of the makeup case. So I do take with me a spare lash glue because I feel like I'm always misplacing it. And then I just have some Model Rock and allll individual lashes, just for my older clients, or if they just want something a little bit more natural and don't want strips. Then I've got with me some faux mink lashes. So these are just more of like a double layered style for those that want more of a dramatic look. So I've got those ones with me, but I always check with them, and obviously in the trial they'll, you know, play around with what kind of lashes they want. So yeah, I'll always be prepared for lashes, but you know, just in case. And then I've got these allll Glamour Wispies as well that I take with me, and I just put them aside there. Okay, so now onto my lips. So I have so much in here. So I've got my Paw. I've got a spare Velvet Teddy, I don't know why that's in there. So these are all the lip liners that I take. So I've got heaps of nudes, reds, maroons. So my favorite lip liners would probably have to be, so this is definitely my favorite go-to lip liner. It's the Sheer lip liner by Gerard Cosmetics. Seriously, the prettiest nude, and they're so creamy. I have a discount code for you guys for Gerard Cosmetics. I think it's just Jazz25, and that gets you money off, but seriously recommend these. They're amazing. I have them in nude as well, and I've got a red one of those. So those are like my three favorite Gerard Cosmetics lip liners. Then I've got some from Zoeva. So this one's just the, what is it called? BB7. It's just another nude. A bit lighter than that one. And then I've got some Charlotte Tilbury ones, again, nudes. This one's in the shade Iconic Nude, and then I've got another one here in the shade Pillow Talk. Just again, a really pretty nude. And then I've got obviously like a darker lip liner. This one's the Urban Decay Glide On Lip Pencil in the shade Gash. I've got some Anika organic ones. I don't know why, I just popped them in. I haven't really used them, but it's just like a really pretty soft pink. I've got the MAC Ruby Woo lip liner because it's literally amazing. Love it. Another Anika one, Sugar Plum. It's a bit darker as well. I've got a Mecca Max white eyeliner. Have never used this before, but I usually pop this on the waterline if someone wants the appearance of bigger eyes. This is just a black kohl liner from Mecca Max. I've got the Boldly Bare lip pencil by MAC. I haven't actually used this one in a while on clients, but it's really, really pretty nude. I've got the Napoleon lip liner. This one's a really light pink. I don't really use that one often. So yeah, they're all the lip liners I have. And then for lipsticks, I might just take that off so I can swatch a few lipsticks for you guys. Okay, I've also got another sharpener in there. So my most popular bridal lip colors. Let me go through them. So this is Velvet Teddy by MAC. Very, very, very popular. I wouldn't say Myth is very popular, but I sort of like to use it if I feel like the lip looks a little bit too dark. I'll just put that on top. This is really pretty. This is actually what I used on the weekend on my bride. It's actually broken. It's the Urban Decay Ravenswood lipstick. It's so pretty. It's like a deep plummy color. And it's got a bit of a sheen to it. Angel is also a really popular color. It's running very low, but I'll swatch it here. It's just a really like pretty baby pink. And yeah, as you can see, running very low. Okay, Faux, probably the most popular bridal lip color. Let's put it next to Angel. So that is Faux. It is gorgeous, and I pair it with the Gerard Cosmetics Sheer Lip Liner. This one's a really nice dark red. It's by Smashbox. It's called Made in Matte. So if you're looking for a really nice dark red color, very, very pigmented. This one's really nice as well. I think it's called Safe Word. I use this one a lot as well. It's very, very similar to Velvet Teddy. So that's Safe Word, and then that's Velvet Teddy. So I have Coral Bliss. These aren't very popular, but I just like to keep them because you just never know what your clients want on the day. Russian Red, one of my favorite red lipsticks, as well as Ruby Woo. So Russian Red is so nice. Heroin, I don't even know why I carry this in my kit. It's a purple. And then I have Pink Novo, which is just like a typical Barbie pink color. Kind of sexy, really pretty. It's more of a corally sort of based nude. Flat Out Fabulous, which is a sort of purpley berry color. Good old Candy Yum Yum. I use this a lot for like, I don't know, dress up sort of work, but not so much bridal. This is called Fast Play. This is also really pretty. I actually forgot I had it. It's just a really pretty deep brownie nude color. Impassioned. This is really pretty. I never get to use it though, but it's just like a corally pinky color. Saint Germain, oh my god, do you guys remember this color? I used to wear it in high school. It's like literally a pale pink. Whirl, again, really popular as well. It's just a dark brown. So yeah. Okay, some other colors I have. This is a Napoleon one in the shade SMP. I only just got this recently from Princess Polly. It's just a really pretty sheen color. A really popular natural nude would have to be this. If someone doesn't really want much color. I know it's really coming up pretty dark, but once this is on the lips, it's just very, very natural looking. So is this one. These ones are by Too Faced. I've got a Jeffree Star Celebrity Skin Liquid Lipstick for those that like that sort of color. I have a Stilla one in the shade Misty. This is actually really pretty pinky nude. It's very sheer though, so it's more of like a gloss with like a tinge of pink. All the others I like barely use, so I'm not even gonna like mention them to be honest. But it's just, I've just kind of put like the whole Too Faced natural collection in here, just because you never know. I've got this, I think this is a gloss, a Napoleon gloss. I've never used it though. It's just like a nudie gloss. This one's in the shade Spinning. But yeah, the glosses that I love, the Marc Jacobs one, this one's in the shade called Moon Glow. Super pretty, like on top of nude lipsticks, or you can use it just on its own. But I just love the formula of these, and they have like a minty sort of taste. Love it. And the Oh My Gloss from Rimmel. Again, it's just like a clear lip gloss. I don't know why I'm swatching it. But yeah, it's just like really, 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 really like wet looking. This is a Napoleon one. I've never like used this actually. Ooh, that's so pretty. It's just like a deep red color. So they're all the lip colors I typically wear. Obviously, if I'm doing a trial and, you know, she wants a particular lip color, I'll obviously bring that along. But that's just the general sort of stuff that I pack in my kit. Okay, so for my last container, always have to have my baby wipes with me. I go through them like there's no tomorrow. So these are all the palettes that I like to bring. So this is literally one of my favorite palettes ever. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam, the Anastasia Brow Kit. I don't really use powders that often, but if someone wants more of a softer eyebrow, I tend to use powders, but I really like the pomades that I use. So I just take that along just in case. I take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contouring Kit. So I use these three colors. Typically, I don't really touch those two highlighter colors. I love the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. This one's in the shade, I'm pretty sure it's Golden Sands. Yeah, Golden Sands edition. So I like using these for highlighter, for like a more of a shimmery bronzer and blush. I like them all, to be honest, and I like them on the collarbone area as well. They're super, super pigmented. This is just a custom palette that I have. So this is an Australis sort of Z palette, and I used to have a bigger one, but these are just the shades that I typically always use. So I just decided to put them in a palette like this. So I'm just going to show you guys what colors they are pretty much. This one is Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek. Anastasia Beverly Hills Sienna. That is Anastasia Beverly Hills Burnt Orange eyeshadow. This one's Birkin. No, this one's Frappe by Makeup Geek. This one is called Birkin by Anastasia Beverly Hills. They're very, very similar, but obviously Frappe by Makeup Geek is a lot more affordable. Like the Makeup Geek ones are only $6 as opposed to the Anastasia ones, which are like almost 20 Australian dollars, I think, or 15 to 20 Australian dollars. This one is Anastasia Fudge. Love that brown. This one is Anastasia Brick. This one is Anastasia Blazing. This one is Mocha by Makeup Geek. This one's, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Morocco by Makeup Geek. That is Corrupt by Makeup Geek. This one is Deep Brown by Anastasia. This one's Hot Chocolate by Anastasia. This one is Dark Chocolate Shimmer by Anastasia. And this one I think is Beauty Mark by Anastasia. So that's like my most used eyeshadows, so I keep them in there. Then I love my Zoeva Cocoa blends because they're just full of nice warm shades and they're just super pretty and easy to blend and pigmented. So they're the eyeshadows that I bring along. Then I just got all my concealers, some bronzers, and my translucent powders and eyebrow stuff in here. So I love this Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer. I love my Hoola by Benefit. Of course, my Laura Mercier translucent powder, could not live without it. My Face of Australia translucent powder. Then the concealers I love are, of course, the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. I've got them in 20, 10, and 15. I've got the NARS Creamy Concealer in Custard. I've got two of the Mecca Max Life Proof concealers. This one's in the shade Tan and then in Porcelain. Then I've got one Shape Tape by Tarte. This one I just add for extra coverage if they need it underneath the eyes. But yeah, I would never just use this on its own because it's super full coverage and I feel like it's really drying if you use it on its own. So I usually just dot a few dots of this with either my NARS or the Maybelline one just to add a bit more coverage. And then I just have this Rimmel one to prime the eyelids if I need to. that's just an extra one. I don't really use it, to be honest. And then my eyebrow pomades, I like the Benefit Ka-Brow. So I've got them in the shades 2, 3, and 4. And then I've got my Gimme Brows in the shades 5, 1, and 3. That is what's in this bag, and I just have brushes left. Okay, and lastly, all of my brushes. So I obviously overpack my brushes. By the way, this is a Becca May clear makeup case. All right, let's go with face brushes first. So these are the face brushes I take, Zoeva and BH Cosmetics. This is the Zoeva powder brush, the face finish, and this is just the #1 from BH Cosmetics. Bronzers and blush brushes. Oh, I've also got this one. It's the Grand Powder Brush from Zoeva. Also, I've got this BH Cosmetics 2 brush, and I use that for powder as well. These are super soft. These are the brushes I like to use for bronzer and blush. I like to use the Luxe Cheek Finish brush for bronzer or blush. And then I've got the Sheer Cheek brush from Zoeva. I like to use this brush from Rebond Cosmetics to wipe away the bake because it's really, really like loosely packed and not dense, so it doesn't, you know, take away any of the concealer when you go and wipe off the bake. It's really, really soft. I like to use this brush from Rebond. It's just a paddle brush for my primer. This is my favorite highlighting brush. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills A23. I like this brush to set my eyelids. So this one's also from Rebond. This brush as well to set my eyelids. It's the Luxe Powder Finish brush from Zoeva. I love the Pony Cosmetics eyebrow brush. I've got a few of them. And then I like to also use this brush as well, which is from Zoeva. It's the brow line brush. So those are my fave brow brushes at the moment. Then I like to use the winged liner brush from Zoeva just for defining the lower lash line, for creating a wing or even creating a shadow wing. So yeah, I use those ones for that. Concealer brushes, I have quite a few because I use them for 1, putting on foundation, 2, concealing underneath the eyes, and 3, using them to carve out the brows. So this one is from Model's Own, these two. This one is from Rebond, and then this one's just from eBay, to be honest. This is also another concealer brush. It's from BH Cosmetics. This one I like for the lower lash line to smudge. It's called the Smudger brush from Zoeva. This one I like to use in my inner corners because it's just like a nice little dome petite brush. It's called the Round Shadow by Rebond. So this one's also by Rebond. It's just a really large fluffy brush. This one is the Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer, usually for outer corners. This one's the MAC 217S, love this one. And then also the soft definer, but just a different style. This is also another concealer brush. It's from Zoeva. I love this one for the lower lash line or either packing product on the lid. It's the Luxe Smoky Shader brush from Zoeva. This one I like to contour noses with, even though I don't really like to do it often, but this is the brush that I use. It's the Luxe Grand Shader brush. Lip brush, it's just one from Zoeva, I'm pretty sure. Just looks like that. And then I've got another one from Zoeva as well. It is the Lip Definer brush. So those two for lips. This is just another eyeshadow brush that I use to smoke out the lower lash line. I love this brush. I honestly don't know where it's from, but I like this to pat on pigments on the lid. This brush for blending in my concealer, as well as this one on my eyelids. So to prime them, I use those. This is also another Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush. Again, another smudger brush, and then this is just for more of a precise highlight. This one is from Zoeva. Oh, I forgot one last brush. This one I've had for years, and I use this on the lower lash line. I think this one's from the brand called For Bush, but it's just like a really nice brush for smoking out the lower lash line. I love that brush. But yeah, I honestly have no idea where that brush is from. So that is all I have in my kit and what I would take with me to weddings. I thought I would mention these other little handy makeup cases, also from Etoile collection. So this is what I typically use to like take makeup with me from home to the salon. Like if I'm filming in the salon or something and I don't want to bring that massive case, I'll bring these little handy cases. So basically looks like this, and you open it and it comes with little dividers like this, so you can separate each like section. So I guess if you are a makeup artist or even not a makeup artist, like I guess these would be suitable for anything really, like just for storage wise. Yeah, so it just has like little dividers which you can divide into compartments. Like I said before, I just have heaps of like random shit in here. This isn't like anything particular, but yeah, I just thought I would show you these off as well. So I guess that's for your brushes, a little pocket there, and yeah, they're super light and they fit a lot in it. And of course, if you don't want those dividers in it, you can just simply remove them and it can just be one big sort of makeup case. So I guess this would be like really handy for like traveling and stuff. Like if you have a lot of makeup and yeah, you want to like have something with a handle, then these are really, really good. So yeah, I find that these help so much with transporting like all my makeup to and from the salon. Like when I'm filming videos in there and I want to use stuff that I have at home, I just use these. So this one's a smaller case. That's a smaller version, and then they have a bigger one. So in comparison, that's the size comparison. So basically this one has a little opening flap. So the first bit is just has heaps of zipped compartments, which is really handy. So you can fit in so much stuff in here. And then of course here, heaps of zips and stuff. And then there's another section which holds the majority of makeup in here. So this is the main section here. Of course, there is dividers that you can take and remove. They give you heaps to put in there. So I've just got some of like my foundations in here. And then there's also this little bit for your brushes as well, which is really cool. Keeps them all nice and clean because there's like a plastic film here. And then there's like another little zip thing here on the side. So these are super handy if you're not like needing a massive one like this and you just need like a little one or one of the bigger ones to carry around with you. I don't know, I just thought I would mention them because I find them so handy for me. So yeah, they also have those. They have heaps of other stuff on their website as well. I'm so glad I found out about this brand because I've been trying to find a really good quality and affordable makeup case because I don't know, like my Zucca was just kind of getting a little bit, I don't know, I just can't explain it. Like for those of you that have Zuccas, I think you know what I mean. I was just kind of over my Zucca and I just wanted something different. This one's a bit more modern, fits way more in it, there's more compartments in it, and it's like less than half the price of a Zucca. So yeah, I am obsessed with this. Like it's my baby, I don't want it to get dirty. Yeah, that is my what is in my freelance kit video. I feel like this is so hyped because it's been so requested. So yeah, I hope this helps some of you guys out if you're starting or if you just wanted more ideas on what products to put in your kit or what to use on your clients. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.